Hello, good morning, sir.
Hello
Good
everyone.
evening, sir. Good evening.
Good evening all of you. Hello.
Hello, sir.
We have 8 participants today. Okay, tomorrow also the classes will be already will now be from 4 p.m. So
Yes, sir.
be on time. So Alok, can you tell me what things did you cover in the class?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Hello.
सर सर जो बेडरूम का नंबर्स कैलकुलेट किए थे. What is the number
What
of
else?
bedroom are required for 1200 foot or 1300 or 1600 room?
So we had discussed the standard size of a bedroom, and we had also given a task. If some additional components like sofa and your table are included in the bedroom, then what should be the size of the bedroom? So I guess no one has done it. So please do that particular thing in the next class. Anyone else wants to summarize what we had covered in the previous class? Okay. So basically,
सर
yeah,
बेडरूम का
yeah.
सर बेडरूम का स्टैंडर्ड साइज होगा 6 फुट 4 इंच इंटू 7 फुट. देन कबोर्ड का हमारे 2 फुट 6 इंच इंटू 1 फुट 3 इंच. देन ड्रेसिंग टेबल का 3 फुट इंटू 1 फुट 6 इंच. एंड देन एक बेडरूम का स्टैंडर्ड साइज होगा 12 फुट से 12 फुट. देन और बेडरूम का जो एरिया होगा वो 35 to 40% ऑफ बिल्टअप एरिया.
So like that, what Alok has summarized, he had summarized the standard size of the bedroom. Basically, we had told you to determine the different sizes so that you can have an idea. Next time you see a cupboard, you can say that okay, minimum 2 feet with depth of the cupboard is required for keeping the clothes. Or when you see a double size bed, you can say okay, minimum 6 feet 6 inches is required. So for that purpose, we had discussed about different sizes. So your task is complete, but you need to continue this whenever in your first start from your own house, because everyone is living in your own house right now. So from your own house, observe the components. What is the size of the bed? What is the size of your almirah, study table, everything. So you'll find a pattern. And today, let me tell you one more thing. Another thing which we discussed in the previous class was your how many number of rooms you can tell in a built-up area. Then some people asked some questions that why only 35 to 40%, why not more? So those things you can just check out if you just observe 2 or 3 plans, take 2, 3, 4 plans, and then check what is the area of the bedrooms, and then you can check and verify about that. So another thing which which you can tell today, just share my screen. I can just So another thing which we can tell today is your okay. So about planning, we had discussed about the standard sizes of bedroom, and we had discussed how to tell how many rooms will come in a particular built-up area, and we had already covered earlier what is the difference between built-up area and plot area. So it's clear. And another important thing which you need to know is the size of your doors, because this is very important. As we had told you again and again that the average width of a human is 1 feet 6 inch. So if someone enters with an almirah or any other furniture, minimum 3 feet space is required for the person to enter. So you can write, you can just note down one thing. You can just share our screen. So if we have the door widths are important. So main door. So can anyone tell the main door width? Just hold now. And the interior doors or the inside doors, you can whatever you can call it, interior doors, and the bathroom slash toilet door. Basically, three sizes of doors are used. Okay, so can anyone give some guess of the sizes of these doors? You live in your own house, na? You can say what is the size of your door.
सर मेन डोर का होगा 6
Hmm.
फुट, मेन डोर का
Hmm.
देन 6 फुट 2 से 7 फुट.
Height the main will be 7 feet because your 7 feet at the 7 feet is your lintel level. So I'm talking about the width. What will the width?
Wood sir, width 1 foot.
1 foot.
So a percent then
This
sorry,
okay.
6 foot.
Okay. No, wait. I'm just making it easier for you to visualize. I'm just asking what is this? This one. Is this 1 feet?
No sir, 6 foot.
6 feet.
Yes sir, double door.
In your house, do you have a 6 feet door?
Yes sir, double door.
Are you sure?
Yes sir.
Okay, you might have, but generally anyone else have the 6 feet door in their house? Okay, let me just check the chat box. Yeah, 4 feet, 5 feet. No. Any other sizes for the main door? Okay, so we'll move. So basically 3 feet, 3 feet. Yeah, 3 feet we can give. So basically the standard size for the main door is your 3 feet 6 inches, or even you can give 3 feet 3 inches to say 3 feet 3 inches to 3 feet 6 inches we can take. And for the interior doors it is 3 feet, and for the bathroom or the toilet door it's 2 feet 6 inches. So this is 3 feet as minimum given because in the rooms also you have to move some furniture and anything. So you need some.
Sir double door होगा तो
डबल डोर होगा तब भी आपका 3 फीट में चला आता है.
मतलब 3 6
हाँ,
नहीं होगा.
नहीं 3 6 नहीं होगा. 1.5 1.5 3 होगा.
ओके सर.
डबल डोर आपका ऐसा नहीं, मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि 6 हो नहीं सकता. 6 बहुत बड़ा हो जाता है.
ये सर.
आपके हाइट के बराबर सोचिए. इतना ज्यादा यू डोंट नीड दैट. सो हो सकता है आपके घर में तो फोटो भेजिएगा मुझे. फोटो से
ओके
पता
सर.
चलेगा कितना कितना वेट था. ग्रुप में फोटो भेजिए डोर का.
ओके
6 फीट डोर है तो आप फोटो भेजिए. फोटो से पता चल जाएगा 6 फीट है कि नहीं.
ओके.
हाँ, चेक कीजिए, चेक करके कंफर्म कीजिए 6 फीट है कि नहीं. So this is the common sizes of the doors which we use in our plan. Just share our screen again. So like if you have this plan here, where is the main door here? Okay, let us check any other plan. The main door is not okay. This is the first floor plan, I think. Okay, so don't have the main door. This is the first floor plan. So if we just 24, check any of your given plans, and then you can just find out using an example, so that will be easier for you to visualize what is the interior door and what is this. Okay, so if you have this plan here, now as you can see, this is a porch and this is your main door. This is your main door, and the minimum size of the main door is 3 feet 3 inches to 3 feet 6 inches. And this is your interior doors, so the doors of the 2 bedrooms, and this door can be of 3 feet. And this one, that is the door of the bathroom, can be 2 feet 6 inches. So this is the standard size of the doors which people use. And the next task which I'm going to give you today is to create the elevation of the plans you had sent. So what is elevation basically? Now as you can see here, this is your particular building, how this building looks from the front. So to give an idea of about elevation, I'll also send you some sample elevations in your group, so that will help you to just make it. So let me just show you some of the the whiteboard. I'll show you. So basically, the purpose is to clear out some concepts of your planning. So suppose we have this particular house, one floor you can make, you don't need to make more. Okay, so this is our house, and this is the front door. This is your front door. Now, if you make the elevation, you can just check. This is the, suppose this is the lintel level. This will not be included in the elevation, but I'm just telling you. So suppose this is the lintel level, and or the lintel is a beam which is given above your doors and windows, and so that it can take the loads of the brick above it. Okay, so now this is the lintel level, and windows will also be at the same level. So if I can just draw another window at this level only. Okay. So suppose this is our elevation, this is our window, this is a window, and this is a door, and this will be our lintel level. So pardon this, it is not at the same level, but it will be same. So this is a lintel level. At this lintel level can be this one. This lintel level is usually at a height of this lintel level is usually this height, and this height will just study. And this one also. हाँ, yeah.
सर लिंटल लेवल को टोटल होल क्यों दिया जाता है, मतलब मिड पर ओनली ओपनिंग के
See, Alok, one thing I'll tell you as a structural engineer, it is not necessary, it is not required to provide all through lintel. Running lintel is not necessary, but in some places they provide because they think it will probably give more structure stability. But the purpose of the lintel is only to take the, suppose we have the bricks here, so like this the loads will act on the lintel. Okay, because here we have already bricks, so the top bricks will be taken by the lower bricks. But in the case of a door, there is an opening. So to take this, to transfer the loads of this particular bricks to the other bricks, the lintel is required. So it's not required to provide a running lintel, especially if you have two seismic zones of 3. That is in Odisha, we have seismic zones of 3 mostly. So we don't need a running lintel. We can give a lintel. Suppose we have given a lintel here, we can give 1 feet 6 inches from this side, extra from this side, 1 feet 6 inches extra from this side. That should be sufficient for the lintel.
Okay, sir.
Anything else you want to ask? Okay, so I'll continue, and now we'll just provide the values of this. So the height, normal height of the lintel, general height of the lintel is 7 feet, which is a standard. Now, if if let us take this particular length, that is the floor to floor height of a building, as your 10 feet, say, which is also standard. So 10 feet is the floor to floor height, and 7 feet is the lintel level. And as the seal level, the door seal level, we have the two seal level, the door seal level. What will be the door seal level? It will be at 0. Okay, and this is the window seal level. So this is the window seal level, this particular level. As you already have heard, I think, during the definition of a plan is the top view of a building from the window sill level. So what is the standard window sill level? We had already discussed, I think. I'm just drawing this because I could just continue through the construction process slide, but I'm drawing this because these are the very basics, and you need to know. Yeah, 3 feet. 3 feet is the standard. You can give between 2 feet 6 inches and 3 feet. In some places that is 2 feet 6
Sir,
inches.
3 foot. 3 foot.
Yeah, in some places there is 2 feet 6 inches. In some places there is 3 feet. So that's how they
Yes, sir.
keep it. So if you leave your lintel is at the 7 feet, so if you give 3 feet, then you will have this length that the
Sir, one
window height
sir
as
1 minute to
yeah.
सर जो लिंटर लेवल और विंडो की डेप्थ के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है जो विंडो सिल लेवल
विंडो सिल लेवल जो है ये वाला जो लेवल है this one is your window sill level, this one,
यस सर
the point at which the window starts, so it has
यस
nothing
सर
to do with the lintel. The bottom level,
लिंटर लेवल माइनस विंडो का डेप्थ होगा ना
we are seeing the elevation here. Elevation means the front view. We are seeing the front view. Okay, lintel level minus window ka depth. I think you got it. This with lintel level, if the lintel level is 7 feet and suppose the window depth, now if it is 2 feet 6 inches, so how much it will be? It will be 4 feet 6 inches. So to be clear, let us take it as this one will be 4 feet 6 inches. So this is our window here. This is our window. This is our door. So now we have the window, we have the door. This is our lintel beam. This is another lintel beam. So basically, as you can see here, this is Chandan. I think you sorry, Alok. I think you have got it. Any other members, have you got this?
यस
Okay. Other members, have you got this? What is your window sill level? What is your lintel level? Any doubts you want to ask? This is the lintel level. So I think that this is clear now. Okay. Okay, so it's clear, everyone. So now basically you will just give a rough drawing of how your building looks from the front. So you have this standard Chintu. What did you get? You can just unmute your mic and then ask your question. What did you not understand in this? Please, you can unmute your mic and then ask me. Do you want me to repeat? So basically, as you can see here, this is basically the floor to floor height, which is your 10 feet. And this is your lintel level. Lintel level is at the level at which is the topmost level of your doors and windows. This is the lintel level. And above the lintel level, we have the lintel beams, which is provided to take the load of the bricks above it. Because we have bricks like this, your bricks like this, sorry. We'll have bricks like this. We can show you like this we'll have, and the bottom brick will be like this. This portion will be empty. So to take the transport the loads of this particular bricks to the adjacent bricks and to create a barrier, create a bridge so that it can transfer the loads to the bottom bricks. So that's why lintel beam is given. That's what we had explained. And the lintel level, the standard height of the lintel level taken is 7 feet. And the standard window sill level is taken as 2 feet 6 inches, or in some cases 3 feet. So the window, what is the window height, will depend on the window sill level. If the window sill level is 2 feet 6 inches, we can have a window height of 4 feet 6 inches. And now the width of the window can be taken as, in generally it is taken as 4 feet to 5 feet. So generally they take that, but it depends, it can depend on your particular room size. So this is the standard sizes which are taken currently. And the bottom level of the door is the door sill level, which is absolutely obviously 0. So that's it. That's all about your levels. Now it is clear, Chintu? Hello, did you understand it? Okay, I think he's not there. Okay, got it. So now we'll proceed forward. Now we have explained some of the concepts and we can also give you some tasks of the bricks. But before that, once again, okay, I think it will be boring for everyone. Once again, I've already explained it twice. So I'll skip. If you asked, if you after this class, I'll send you the video. Please watch that. If you still have doubt, I'll clear your doubts. Okay. But once again, it will be too much boring for the other people because they already have understood. So I guess we should continue here now. Now we'll move on to the construction steps which we're discussing, and we'll discuss a bit of some construction steps, and then we'll discuss some concepts here. So how much we had discussed in our construction steps? We had discussed about the site visit, layout, we had covered topographical survey, foundation. How much did you discuss? Had you discussed? Anyone can say? PCC, shuttering, concreting.
Sir, reinforcement binding.
Reinforcement binding. This grade beam we had discussed.
No, sir.
So basically, this is spelling is wrong here. GRAD, it will be GRAD. So grade beam is basically the beam which connects your two footings. It connects the top level of the two footings together. And as you can also show you the structural drawings here of those particular grade beams. So basically, it is given because it acts as a tie. I think we discussed this particular concept of the grade beams, as you can see here. So this is a pile cap, this is a pile cap, and this is your column, and this is another pile cap. So in between, from the top level of the pile cap, you can see one beam is going, and below the beam we also have PCC. So this beam is basically the grade beam. It's called the grade beam. The purpose of it is to tie or the keep the two pile caps connected so that they can resist your shear. So it basically acts as a tie, this grade beam, and since it acts as a tie, it just keeps two footings connected together. So tension is generated in it. Tension is generated in it, and that's why the top reinforcement and the bottom reinforcement both are the same, because in both portions tension is generated. So what happens in normal beam is that you have a normal beam, you can take any particular pen with you, you just pull it, then the tension is generated along both the top and at the bottom. Okay, the top and bottom both tension is generated. But what happens in the case of normal beam, in normal beam we have loads from your top. So when we have loads from your top, that is from top to bottom, we have loads, then the tension zone is at the bottom, and the compression zone is at the top. So basically this is a concept. If you just take refill of any pen, then you can understand the concept better. What is the concept of tension and compression? So basically this is it. In the grade beam, see, shear wall is a different thing and grade beam is different thing. Grade beam is done for your particular keeping the pile caps together, and shear wall is done as we are constructing any land in underground land. So it will have some soil fill, and if we go for RCC walls below underground level. Yes, Roshan, do you want to speak? If you want to speak anything, you can ask. So as we're constructing the basement below our ground level, so if we have some soil fill, earth fill, or if for that we provide the basement walls, because the normal masonry walls will not be sufficient for that. It is different, and this is this thing is in the foundation, which we are discussing, foundation part. It keeps the foundation binded together, so there is no particular connection between them. So this is your grade beam, and as you can see in the site also, let us go back to the site images. So this that one you had shown the seeing the structural drawings, and now you are seeing at the site just before the casting of your grade beam and your basement slab. So as you can see here, this is the grade beam here. This is the grade beam, and as I told you, this is underground construction. So we need a particular kind of your shear walls. So as you can see, if you can zoom in, these are also the reinforcement for the shear walls. So as in the boundaries, you have to give shear walls because it is basement. So moving forward, we have also shown you, we had also shown you that we have some portions for the lift. We have two lifts basically. So these are the reinforcement of the lifts, and the structural drawings of the lift we had already shown you. So this is the portion of the lift, and this is your basement wall. Now let's see, it has, as you can see here, there is no connection between the grade beam and your basement wall. So this is the reinforcements for your basement wall. So it will be around all the four corners of the basement, and if you need any interior walls, you can do that with brick. But in this case, we had shops, and we had shown you we have some shops in your front portion. So for those shops, for those shops, the brickwork will be done, and the remaining portion, there is parking. You can just show you the architectural plan again. So this is the architectural plan of your particular. This is your architectural plan of a ground floor, and then your first floor. This is your basement. So in the basement portion, as you can see here, this is space for the shops, and this is your parking place. So basically, this is the basement, and we have one lift here and another lift here. Two lifts we have. So these are the things. So grade beams we had discussed, lift we had discussed, and lift, let us just check again the lift structural drawings. We can, what are the structural drawings of the lift and your lift shear walls and your. So as you can see here, this is the reinforcement detailing of your basement walls. So basically the longitudinal reinforcement used here is of 10 mm at the rate 4 inch center to center, and the transverse reinforcement is 8 mm at the rate 6 inch center to center. So you can connect this image with the practical ones. I'll show you. This is your basement. So this is the 10 mm reinforcements, and these ones are the 8 mm reinforcement. So these are the 8 mm reinforcement, and these longitudinal ones are the 10 mm reinforcement. So basically this is it for your grade beams and your, we discuss grade beams, lift and basement walls. So now before moving on to columns, beams, let us discuss a concept here. We'll discuss from columns for up in the next class. So this is all about your site in today's class. So we'll discuss a concept here related to your task. So basically, we can erase this. Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we'll discuss a concept here. So as you had sent some of your plans, like you have sent here. So we have some plans here. So I'll pick up a particular plan, and then we'll just calculate the number of bricks in that particular room. So it's very easy. Some any room in feet. Okay, we have this room in feet, and also in some rooms also we have in mm also. Okay, let's just pick this particular bedroom or this kitchen. So this kitchen wall, as you can see, this one is your 4000 mm or your 4 meters. So 4 meters will be approximately 3.28, I think 13 feet. It's large size kitchen. Okay, this kitchen with dining area. So this particular length of this wall is your 4 meters. Now we'll find out the number of bricks in this kitchen. So after we find out the number of bricks in the kitchen, then your task will be to calculate the total number of bricks in your plan of one particular floor. You will calculate. So let's start. Not visible. Okay, sorry, you have to tell this earlier. So as I had shown you, this was a plan in which there was a kitchen, and the size of the kitchen was 4,000 into 5,500. So that is 4 meters into 5.5 meters. So this is your 4 meters. So
सर जो ब्रिक है, ब्रिक में जो लिंटल तो ब्रिक नहीं यूज होता है, वो माइनस करना पड़ेगा वॉल से.
see, there are certain things when you certain things which is the basic, and certain things which is the accuracy. So when you go for the accuracy, you have to deduct your lintel beam, you have to deduct your positions, spacings for your window, doors. General, there is some wastage also, na? There is
Yes, sir.
bricks also. So the lintel beams you can ignore, but for
Yes, sir.
doors and windows, doors and windows, if you have them, that thing you can deduct.
Yes,
Then
sir.
you can just have to deduct the size of the number of bricks will come in, number of bricks will come, and before that now the area will come. Let's just show you how to deduct the spacings of your doors and windows. But
Yes, sir.
just understand the concept first. So basically, just again we have 4 meter wall. Now we'll just again turn on the whiteboard. So okay, whiteboard is here. So we have certain things: length of the wall. What is the length of the wall? It is equal to 4 meters. Okay. Now another thing, we need to calculate the volume of the wall, volume of the bricks in the wall. That thing is the height. Okay, floor to floor height, or in simply you can also just write or height of the wall height. So what is the standard height of your floor to floor height? Can anyone tell me? We just discussed it few moments before. What is the standard floor to floor height?
Sir, 10 foot.
10 feet. Yeah, 10 feet is the correct answer. So what in meters, what will need to be?
Sir, 33. 33 point.
30.
Sir, 33.
10 divided by 3.28, how much is it coming?
Sir, 3.048.
It is 3.048, na? So let's take 3 meters.
Yes, sir.
Let's take 3 meters. So this is the
Yes,
floor
sir.
to floor height, 3 meters. So the length of the wall we got, the floor to floor height we got. Now, what is the thickness of the wall? I think this is the internal wall, na?
Yes, sir.
So this will be internal wall. Internal wall
Sir,
thickness.
wall, 12 inch, sir, wall.
12-inch wall, internal wall into 12-inch.
No. 9. 9 inch.
Let me just show you again. This is, I think you're some confusion. So this is your exterior walls. All these are the exterior walls, and these are the interior walls. So when you will have interior walls, the exterior walls thickness is a little bit more because it is given for security. But the interior walls thickness is your 5 inches. Maximum thickness is 5 inches. It's not given more than that. And the exterior wall thickness varies from 9 inches, 10 inches, or in some cases 12 inches also. So the standard size of the exterior wall is 10 inches, including your plaster, and the standard size of interior walls is your.
सर, इंटीरियर वाल तो स्टोन यूज होने से 10 फुट 1 फुट हो सकता है.
Yeah, it can be done. I'm talking about the standards. In stone was used basically, I think, in your load bearing structures.
Yes, sir.
Yes, if you use stone, then it will be. But if you generally we use the bricks right now. So For that, I'm taking so the thickness of the wall, since this is an interior wall, let us take this as, how much we'll take? We'll take it as 125 mm. Let us take it 5 inches. If you go for the 5 inches wall, that will be 5 by 12 and divided by 3.28. So it will be almost 127 or 125 mm. So we are assuming that exterior wall thickness is 250 mm and interior wall thickness is 125 mm. If you want to see the calculations also, I can show you. So suppose we have the 5-inch wall. So the 5-inch wall will be in feet will be this much, and if we just convert it into meters, and this is in meters, I mean mm, this is this much 127.03. So taking 125 mm, the thickness of your interior walls, and you can also note it down. You can just add it in a note. This note you can add standard interior. You can just check in your house what is the thickness, okay, whether it is this much or more. Yes, according to that you can do the calculations, but generally in the new
Sir,
construction,
wall thickness 5 इंच हुआ तो 107 mm.
कैसे 107?
सर
देखो यहाँ पे देखो
5 into
5 by 12
सर
फीट में आ गया. This is in feet, and from feet to meters we're converting.
सर 1 inch equal to 25.4 mm ना.
Why are you remembering so many? I told you, na, you can just if you remember so many conversions, then it will be confused automatically. Just remember that 12 inches equals to 1 feet and 3.28 meter. 3.28 meter. Sorry, 3.28 feet equals to 1 meter. So this thing, if you remember, you can do every conversions. If you remember 2.5, 25.4, then you will confuse like this. Okay. So basically, the thickness, interior wall thickness, let us assume as equals to 5 inches, or this is approximately equals to your 125 mm, and exterior wall 10 inches, or your approximately equals to 250 mm. So now this is the length of the wall, and the floor to floor height we got it. The thickness of the wall we got it. Now what is the standard size of your brick? Can let us use red bricks here. What is the standard size of your brick which is available in the market? I'm asking you the size of the brick. Have you seen a brick? I think you can tell now the size of the brick. Just if you don't.
Sir, 230 into 100 into 62.5 mm.
Into 62.5.
Yes, sir.
How much this is? This is if this is in inch, how much is it? 9 inch into 4 inch into 3 inch, like that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is a standard size which is available in the market. And now let us just check out whether what he's telling is correct or not. You can just check it, which is the size of the bricks which is available in the market. Red clay brick. So let us check the sizes from India Mart. So as you can see, this 9 inch into 4 inch into 3 inch is the standard size of the bricks which is available in the market. So everywhere you can see. Let us check here. This is also 943. So 943 is the standard size of your bricks which is available in your market. So coming back to our whiteboard. So if it is the standard size, if it is 9-inch standard market brick size is equals to 9 inches into how much was it? Into
3 inches.
3 inches. This is the standard market size of bricks. So now if you just convert this 9 inches, it will be approximately equals to your, it can be approximately equals to your 230 or 225. It can be
225, sir.
225 into 100 into 75. It will be. I can show you
225, then 100 into
into 75.
the 75.
This will be the approximate conversion, because at side they what they take is 1 inch equals 25 mm, like that we can take approximately. We can go for the detailed calculations. We can also show you that. We have to go for the detailed calculations as well. 9 inches now, 9 divided by 12 divided by 3.28 into how much is coming, 228. So I'm taking 225 like that. It's 3 inches, so 3 by 12 divided by 3.28 into, so it's coming 76.2. We have taken 75. So like that we have taken. So you can take this size. So this is the market brick size. That is 225 into 100 into 75 mm cube. This is the market brick size. Now can you tell me, as per IS code, what is the standard brick size which you read in your books?
Sir, 20 into 10 into 10.
No, I don't think it is the right answer. Anyone else? People, please. Yeah.
19 into 9 into 9.
Yeah. 19, 9 into 9. So 19 into 9 into 9. This is in your mm. So if you just, sorry, centimeter. If you just convert it into your mm, so it will be 190 into 90 into 90. So this is the standard brick size, which is as per your IS code, but you won't find this brick anywhere. So this is the market brick size and this is the standard brick size. And now we'll find out this is an mm cube, we can write here mm. Now we'll find out the number of bricks in 1 meter cube. So
Sir, what is the difference between standard brick size and market brick size?
basically the market brick size is the brick size which is available in the market, and the standard brick size is the brick size which is recommended or which is given in your books. You'll find in your books in the IS code.
So far,
Why, I don't know. I think you should ask the author of the books why they have not included the market size bricks. Because let me tell you that because there are some things that there is a difference between theory and practical. There are some things like when you will go at the site, you will not find shuttering material for columns of size 400 into 400 mm. That is, you don't design for columns of size 400 into 400 mm. But in theory, you can do. So there is some difference between theory and practical. It is not available in the market. This particular size. This is the size which is available in the market. So basically वो आलसी हैं, कितना बदलेंगे, बदलना नहीं चाहते इसलिए. So this is the basically this is the size of the standard size which is of the brick as per the IS code. And now we'll find out number of bricks. So all of you will participate with me. Number of bricks in 1 meter cube, or QM, let us say cubic meter.
sir, multiplication for 500 or divided by 0.0019.
लिए हो आलोक तुम.
सर 1 मीटर क्यूब को 500 with
कैसे कैसे आता है वो पता है तुमको? 1 मीटर क्यूब का 500 ब्रिक्स आता है। मैं अगर दिखा दूं 1 मीटर क्यूब में 500 ब्रिक्स नहीं आएगा तो मैं अभी दिखा दूंगा तुमको 1 मीटर क्यूब में 500 ब्रिक्स नहीं आएगा। चलो देखते हैं। So number of bricks in one cubic meter, the standard, which is that as per the standard size. Let us just check. So it will be 1, as Alok had told, 1 divided by, it will be 0.19, because we are calculating in meter na, 1 meter cube na. So it will be 0.9 into 0.09 into 0.09. This value will come around 500. What is the value which is coming?
500, sir.
500 na?
Yes, sir. Approximate 500.
480 actually, but extra 20 extra taken from loss. So basic value is your 1 divided by 0.19 into 0.09. So what is this value coming? Is it coming this much? 1 divided by is it coming 500 or it is coming something else? Please calculate.
0.19.
0.19 into
Sir, 649.
649 is coming, no?
Yes, sir. 649. Or
Let's take
650.
let's take
650.
50. Okay,
Yes, sir.
50 numbers. Okay. Now number of bricks, same thing, we'll just repeat. Number of bricks as per market size. So how much it will be? I don't think I will need to tell you this. It will be 1 divided by your, how much it will be? Market size 0.225 into 0.1 into 0.075. How much is it coming?
Sir, 592. 592 or 593.
Okay, let's take it 593.
Yes, sir.
593 numbers. So this much it is coming. Okay, so this we have the number of bricks in 1 cubic meter as per your standard size as well as your market size. But now we have something extra, as you have seen in a wall. Now, as you can see, if I can show you the screen again, I'll share you the screen. Yes, Gautam, we're just coming to that. Just coming to mortar. That's what I'm going to show you. So
motor use होती है और 500.
Yeah. So now let us just take this particular wall. So in this wall, if you can zoom in, as you can see here, now we have some mortar in between these two bricks, and as well as between in the left portion, in the side, and also in the top. If you can observe this brick, so there is mortar on along all the edges. So we have to consider for this mortar as well. Now if we have to consider for this mortar, let us take roughly some size of the mortar. If you can take 10 mm or 1 centimeter of mortar, so we can just minimize the screen. What chat we have here? Without mortar. So it is without mortar, and now with mortar, let us check out. So directly let us check market brick size. Let us with mortar it will be everything. With mortar it will be everything. In addition, we have to add 10 mm. So it will be 235 into 1110 into 85. So now number of bricks in 1 cubic meter with, you can just you use the term number of brick mold. So number of brick mold, it will include it is the bricks including the mortar. Market size, what will be standard size? Let us find out first. Standard size. So I'll not do the calculation now. Please tell me how much it will be. So that calculation, let me tell you, it will be 1 divided by your 200 into 100 into 100. How much it is coming? 1 divided by 200 means your 0.2 into 0.1, 0.1 into 0.1. So how much is it coming?
Sir, 500.
500, na?
Yes, sir.
This is coming as your 500.
I'm right.
So this is coming as your 500. Number of brick mold in 1 cubic meter, standard size is coming as your 500 numbers. So this is your, that's why they tell that the number of bricks in 1 cubic meter is 500. Now, same thing we can just copy here, and number of bricks in 1 cubic meter, market size. Now quickly calculate that. I'm just typing, you can just calculate. You know the market size already. So it will be 0.235 into 0.110 into 0.85. So how much is it? How much is it coming? You have to be quick. How can you be so slow? Come on.
Sir, 45.
Check.
45 or 46.
Check again. If I think there is something wrong. If we have taken, I think there is something wrong. 1 divided by 0.235 into 0.11,
0.05.
0.085 it will be.
Yes, sir.
It will be 4.
Sir, 456.
456. 455 point
Yes,
something. So let's take as 456. Yeah, 455 or 0.1. 455 or 0.1 or 456, let us take. So now, Alok, now we have proved now that in 1 meter cube we don't have 500 numbers.
Yes, sir.
So as per the size of the bricks available in the market, we can't have 500 numbers. We have 455 or 456 number of bricks in 1 meter cube. Okay. So now, if we want to calculate the number of bricks in a particular wall, now can we calculate that? I think we just need this particular data, and the remaining data we can erase. Yeah. Now we can calculate. Chintu, basically, what is the difference between nominal and standard size? Basically, the standard size is the size which is given in the books and given in the IS code as well. But this size we are unfortunately we are not able to find in the market. For what reasons, I don't know. In the market, they produce this size only. If you search India Mart or if you go anywhere, you will find this particular size only. So this
Sir,
is
market size is changing or IS code not changing?
market size is changing, but IS code is not changing as per the market size.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the difference. There is nothing to be go into deep. This is nothing to go into deep into it. It's just that this size is available in the market and this size is written in the books. First, that's it. So I hope you got this. Now is the screen visible right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we are discussing that number of bricks in. We have got number of bricks as per your market size. We've got 456 number of bricks we have in 1 meter cube area. So now to find the number of bricks in this kitchen wall of the plan. So what was it? The volume of mold in the kitchen wall, which we have just shown. It will be much. Simply calculate the length breadth LBH. करो कितना आ रहा है? How much is it coming?
Then 4 into 3 into 0. Calculate कर देते हैं.
4 into 3 into 0.125. How much is it
Yes,
coming?
sir.
Others please also participate.
Sir, 1.5.
1.5 is coming, na? 1.5
Yes,
meter cube. So let's see, we have a chat here. Subhendu, okay. So 1.5 meter cube is the volume of the bricks in the kitchen. So now can we find out number of bricks
Sir,
required?
750 numbers bridge are used.
How did you calculate it?
3 into 500. 1.5 into 500.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
22 to 500 is 500. 500 is full the standard size, na?
Yes, sir.
Is it available in the market?
Sir, the market rate 456.
So you multiply
But
for
the safety case 500 is
safety.
sufficient.
We will add later, na?
Yes, sir.
Safety will add later. I'm just talking about the actual content. See, basically,
Yes.
when suppose we should be practical here. Suppose you want to construct, you are not writing an exam here. You are suppose you want to construct a house for you, and your father is just asking you. आपके पापा आपसे पूछ रहे हैं कि मान लीजिए दीवार है, इसके लिए कितना ब्रिक लगेगा? आप if you then for the safety if you take 50 bricks, it's lot. Already in this we have considered safety because the mortar size we have taken 10 mm extra. So already you have considered safety. You not deducted for the lintel also. Not deducted for the doors and windows also. How much safety will you take? You got my point. So what will
Yes,
be
sir.
what will be the number of bricks?
Sir, 500. 750. 1.5.
150. 1.5
Yes.
into 1.5.
500.
How much is it coming?
Sir,
684.
684 is it coming? Yeah. 684.
684.
So 684 numbers brick will be required in this particular wall, which is the maximum value. Because we have not deducted for the lintel, we have not deducted for the doors and windows also. There is no doors and windows here. So basically, you can share my screen again. Now, for this particular, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
So this particular plan, we have the kitchen size of 4 meters. We have calculated the number of bricks used in this particular wall. Okay. So like this, now it is clear, I think. So like this, just stop my screen sharing. So like this, your task will be to calculate the total number of bricks in your house. Do it in.
Sir, multiply क्या वो 456 और 500.
We are this is your live training ना.
Sir.
आपको मैं बोल रहा हूँ आपको जो है ब्रिक जो स्टैंडर्ड साइज का मिलेगा ही नहीं मार्केट में, तब उसके क्यों जाएंगे?
ओके सर.
मिलना चाहिए ना.
हाँ सर.
आपको मतलब वैसा मत सोचिए आपको एग्जाम नहीं दे रहे यहाँ पे. आपको अपना घर बनाना है या किसी के घर बनाना है. कोई आपका चाचा या कोई रिलेटिव आया आपको आके बोला कि मुझे एक घर बनाना है, आई वांट टू बिल्ड अ हाउस एंड आई हैव दिस प्लान, सो काइंडली टेल मी नंबर ऑफ ब्रिक्स. तो आप अगर
एक्स्ट्रा कुछ रह गया तो अच्छा होगा ना, जो शॉर्टेज पड़ेगा और दिक्कत होगा.
if you want to take extra, then add 5% in that. Why you take so much? After getting this value, you can add 5% extra. How much extra normally you take for in the case of
5% होगा तो
5% maximum. 684. If you are calculating 750 you are calculating. So 684 into 1.05 it will be 718. There is a lot of difference ना.
हाँ सर.
आपका मान लीजिए जितना आपको ब्रिक लग रहा है, ये तो एक वॉल का है, पूरा प्रोजेक्ट में आपको कितना डिफरेंस आ जाएगा?
यस सर.
Yeah, so you should always go for very practical things. So your task will be basically to calculate the number of bricks in your house. The plan of your house you had already given. So as per the plan, you will just calculate the number of bricks. So it will be in two sections. That is, one section will be for the exterior walls, the number of bricks required you'll calculate, and for the interior walls, the number of bricks required you'll calculate, and all the calculations with the details. It will 1 or 2 page, I think, 2 page maximum. So this calculation you will just do it in your copy, and then you will click a photo and then upload in group. So got my point?
Okay, sir.
The task is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then we'll wrap up this today's session. So how did you find today's class? How was it?
Sir, हम
आलोक तुम ही बोलोगे क्या? बाकी सब कुछ बोल रहे थे, तुम तो बोलती हो. And okay, and let me tell you one more thing, that it's a request that I had also put a voice note in the group, that those of you who are interested, we have a YouTube channel, as you can see by the name of Civil Center. If you can just if I can show you, can show the screen, and we have a YouTube channel here. Just back off. We go to YouTube. Is the screen visible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you go to YouTube, and then how many of you have subscribed to a YouTube channel? Can give a thumbs up.
चैनल का लिंक भेज दो ग्रुप में.
So if you go to our YouTube channel, so I think the net is a little bit slow here, like here. Type Civil Center. So basically, we have a YouTube channel called Civil Center, and which you can find many videos related to civil engineering. If you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe if you want to watch videos related to civil engineering. So in here, we want all of you, basically all of you, to give a review of this particular internship program which you're having, so that so that we can get encouraged to organize more such free events for you. So this is our motto. Already some people have given their reviews, as I had given the link also in the previous class. So basically, after this class, you'll just write your names. Suppose your name is Ram Verma. So you'll just write your name and write interested for review. So then our team will contact you, Raja Om sir will contact you, and then we'll schedule a time for the review, and then we'll give the review. So why I am recommending this? Because if you do this, we get encouraged to conduct more such event for you. So that's why, and we'll reach more people. So that's why we have a request from you. Kindly give how did you find this session? Honest review of this particular session. Okay. So I think hope you got it. So see you in the next class. Bye bye.